against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, who hast thou made me thus?
Yeah, once again, you nations that the Most High has given certain benefits of ruling, you are not going to be able to speak up against it when the Lord shuts you down. He gave you this authority to rule. Let me get Daniel 4:17 real quick. The nations is mad, man. In Psalms 2 says, why do the nations rage? Why do the nations grab me that real quick, huh?
Let me see.
Nah, you can come back. Just flip it so we can see what's going on. Yeah. Why are the nations mad? Step over a little bit, huh? Go ahead.
Psalms 2:1.
Yeah.
Why do the heathen rage?
Why do the heathen rage? The heathens are all the nations that are not of the lineage of Israel. Remember, the Lord separated nations. He did that so he could have his chosen people get the law, statutes, commandments. He could deal with one nation. Just like at work, there's only one boss. You can't have 50 different bosses, man. That's not how things operate. That's not how you get jobs done. So the Most High wants a job done. He wants this earth to be righteously led, and he's going to do so with one nation of people. So the heathens are raging, are mad because they're assuming that they're the people that the Lord's going to deal with. Like as if you could just, it's a raffle, whoever the Lord's going to deal with next. Or as if the Lord hasn't made his decision yet, so you can still fight for the throne. It's already written. All right, it's written for our knowledge that Israel's going to lead the way, man. Israel is his chosen people. Go ahead.
It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed.
There go that taking counsel again. You gotta understand, there's an elite out here. There is an Illuminati. It's not no mystery event. The Most High said it would happen, and it's happened. And their only job is to take down Israel. That's their number one job, to keep us divided and keep us from rising up. And that's why our people suffer the most. It don't got nothing to do with our IQ levels and everything to do with a conglomerate group of men who rule over the world. And the way they do that is because they have control over the finance industry. They have control over the police industry. They have control over war. They have control over currency. They have control over products, food products, agriculture. And they've completely made people dependent on the system. And so when a situation like this happens, and they in 24 hours report that there's a virus out there, stay home, people do it. They listen to the system, man. Go ahead, Al.
It says, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cut and cast away their cords from us.
A band is something that keeps things together. Like, think of a rubber band with a stack of money. If you break the band, what happens to the money? It falls all over the place. But when the band of Israel was broke, the fact that we knew our heritage, and they broke that by teaching us lies about who we are, right? Indoctrinating us on that we're black or Africans or African American or everything except for Israelite. They were trying to break the band. And breaking the bands keeps us away from the Lord longer. So they're just trying to prolong their rulership by keeping us off, keeping us going off, keeping our so-called black culture wicked as hell. And it is wicked, man. Black culture, Latin culture has nothing to do with the scriptures. A lot of that is serving idols and murder.
And it says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
And that don't mean that, we ain't gonna pop on we ain't gonna bounce our head when some Snoop Dogg come on. You know what I'm saying? We still got, that don't mean that. That don't mean that we'll never watch a movie with Jake killing another Jake in it, or we don't enjoy putting American Gangster on every once in a while. But what that means is that it's only entertainment. There's no such thing as black culture. That was designed, and that's a wicked version of who our people are in America.
Relation. Can I say real quick? Hey, yo, excuse me. What do you think about this whole coronavirus thing?
what do I think about it?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because people are being inconvenienced. People are out of work, people got to stay home, people got to be isolated. But it's a good thing. It's bittersweet because you come together.
So you
stay humble, you sit still, you stop the nonsense, you get back to a touch of reality.
So you
it kind
think
of slows the man down with all the hoopla and bullshit of America, and it's kind of like you take a step back and take a self-inventory of yourself and your neighbors and your brothers and your sisters.
So you think this all gonna blow over soon?
I have no idea. I have no.
You think they're gonna institute martial law?
I don't know about that. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't answer that.
Okay.
I accept the things I cannot change.
All right, man.
You know, give me Psalms, you know. He who
Fair
dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty.
Yeah,
That's that. Amen.
in the secret place is this word.
Amen.
But you know what the Lord said in Matthew 24th chapter? When he gave signs of his coming? He says it's going to be pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
No, I can't control
This is the
people.
pestilence.
All
This is
I
a
know
sign that
I
the
live
Lord's
for
coming, man.
today, and my higher power says do good things for others, and karmas, you know, create good karma for yourself. You give, you get back what you give. You want to give off negative, you're going to get negative.
There's a lot of, you know,
do good, you're going to get good.
from what you're saying, how was America built?
How was America built? I'm not talking about that.
No, but all that plays a...
I'm just saying be a good person.
No, I know that for the individual, but you gotta understand that if you was the Most High and you seen all the atrocities that took place until this period that was never judged.
I'm not the most.
I know. I'm just saying for the sake of argument. For the sake of argument. For the sake of argument.
Yes.
You spoke about karma.
Yeah. Well,
So now you got.
You create. It's what
But-
you create in your life.
But collectively, this society, what has it created? So in so many words, do you believe in the Bible?
Do I believe? I do to an extent.
See, there
I
you
believe
the extent.
now.
What does it mean to extent?
Yeah, well, that's my opinion. I believe in.
What do you believe in the Bible? So all the bad things of the Bible you don't believe in.
No, that's not what I said. I just choose myself today to be a good person and spread love amongst everyone.
Wouldn't it be more convenient for man to follow God's laws instead of following their own laws?
That's your choice. That's your free will. Every day you wake up, you have the free will to
All right,
make your choice. Every
but wouldn't it be more convenient for man to follow God's
You can't
will?
answer that. You can't speak for that. You yourself.
Are there any benefits of following
You can't answer
God?
for nobody but yourself.
Are there any benefits of following God's laws?
Is there any benefits to it?
What are the
You
benefits?
wake up, you speak God's word, you believe in a higher power, positive energy. What are you going to get back? Positive energy. If you deliver ignorance and negativity, what are you going to get out of that? A sick mind. So I follow a good path, and I'm going to say good day, gentlemen.
All right.
And I wish you well.
All right.
That's it.
Peace, man.
Life is good.
All right.
There we
What's
go.
one word you could say? Illusion. Like they wanna you because he tripping himself up. He's saying I believe in the Bible to a certain extent. So meaning all the judgment scriptures they omitted. Well, everything else about blessing
That's what he meant.
and love
That's what
and
he
all that
meant.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's I like that.
I like
that
what
sound.
sounds nice.
Yeah.
Smooth things.
Smooth things. It goes deeper than that. You spoke about karma and judgment. What's about the things that took place in this society?
Like the bitter, man.
What, yeah, scripture?
Yeah, I got Psalms 83 and 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee that have lifted up thy head. They've taken a crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yeah, that's something that the nations ain't gonna acknowledge is going on.
They
Yeah,
have said,
everything points back to this place, them. Everything points back to Esau, man. The way society is, blame Esau. When we first came in this truth, that's what Apostle Hall used to tell us all the time. If he said, if the stump my toe, blame Esau. Well, the point, the reason is, what he's saying is that the reason why it's like this is Esau. You blame the person who's ruling. They got the position, they in a position to change things for the better, but he won't. Go ahead, Al.
they have said, come and let us cut off from being a nation, and that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, and they don't want to deal with that, man. They don't want to deal with the fact that they're trying to create a genocide, man. They really want to reign. Esau is ruling right now. So it's safe to say that He can easily say, look, I don't care to switch places with you. I don't want your position. The average ruling Edomite can walk by us and they're unfazed by what we have to say. The average Edomite here, not ruling, is unfazed with what we have to say because they're doing much better than us financially. However, what's in Esau's mind, since it's not trading places with us, is to keep this thing going as long as he can. The only thought that crosses Esau's mind is, well, what if one day we gotta pay for this shit? That's the prevailing thought.
Not for nothing. It's like cutting out. That's why he didn't want to answer, because that was he was like an Italian or some shit.
Yeah.
He was so-called white man.
Right.
Allegedly, according to the world's description of
Might
him.
have been, could have been a Jake.
Could have been a Jake, but he had that. He didn't want to acknowledge it because why? Now he got to acknowledge himself being because he identifies as a so-called white person. So
Yeah.
when we mention it, what took place in America, he can't directly say it because then
He thinks
you
he
give
feels
himself up to
convicted.
judgment and say, well, that means we have to pay for what happened. That's why he didn't want to answer that.
Right. See, but now because he don't want to pay, or because, because he feel like he gotta pay for it. He don't want the real perpetrators to pay for it.
Exactly.
You could at least go down the road and say, well, look, what happened was nobody paid for it. Somebody has to pay. But then you might, what each other Edomites do is say, well, I wasn't there for that. They try to acquit themselves.
I ain't have no slaves.
Yeah, well, well, my parents are from, Portugal.
I heard Irish dude say, oh no, my parents, man, you was straight up Edomite racist just like them. Because not every Irish person is an Israelite. Just like not every Italian person is an Israelite. Just like not every so-called black person is an Israelite.
Yeah.
You got them heathens and Edomites amongst these actual Irish and Italians. I heard one of them saying on the job, say, I ain't got nothing to do that, my people's from Ireland. But yeah, you over here with the same mindset of the people that did do the atrocities. Which meaning if you were here when the shit was taking place, you'd be right along in league with, you wouldn't be defending us. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Prepare slaughter for the children. So the children got to be destroyed. The children got to go through drinking a cup of the Lord's wrath.
That custom that was my fault. That wasn't us. You're gonna pay for your forefathers, right?
Yes.
What do you call the people that set up this country? Your founding fathers.
Yep.
Your founding fathers. Yep. That's what you call them. So guess what? You gotta pay for what they did. They all were full of evil.
Yep.
And there's documentaries on Discovery Channel or History Channel, I should say, about George Washington being a Mason. What you think the Masons do? You think they worship the Most High? Come on, man. Y'all gotta pay for what took place in this country. And y'all gotta pay collectively as a nation. The scripture speaks about the judgment of a man, like he was saying, the karma for one person.
Right.
Then you have a collective judgment for a nation of people.
That's right.
That's what's gonna happen to you, all you Edomites. This is gonna be a collective judgment for your whole entire nation.
And guess what? One of the judgments is you doing whatever the hell you wanted to do. Like he just said, I think everybody it's their own decision, and you're basically getting back into self-will. And self-will do not trump the Lord's will. You gotta be aligned with the Most High's will, not your own will. Your own will. Get that real quick, Proverbs. Still holding it?
3 and 24.
Proverbs 3 and 25. Your own will is gonna lead you to destruction, man. What you think is right and wrong. You cannot be justified in your own eyes, man. The Most High can only justify you. Go ahead,
All right. Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
You're not supposed to believe whatever the hell you want to believe, man. You're not supposed to follow after whatever your spirit at the time is following. You got something called emotions, man. And what emotions going to do is they change with the wind. The Lord ain't an emotional character, man. And if he has emotion, he shows emotion, but he's the omnipotent, man. He's the head. All right, you always have an order. You always have a head over you. You always have order. As long as you're a Israelite, You have an order. And the order is that Yahushua is over men and the Most High is over Yahushua. Period. Who's the top? Who's the real Don Dada? It's the Most High, man. Yahweh. Yup. What he says goes. Finish out.
And it says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
All thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. You want some direction? Acknowledge the Heavenly Father in his orders, in his men. He sent prophets. Acknowledge that. Start there. All right, go ahead, Al.
This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 3 and 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Like that dude that was here. Ask him, is there any benefits to keeping the will of the Most High, the laws of the Most High? Or should you keep the law of the Most High? Ask him first, or that's your subjective, that's your opinion, or it's your free will.
That's not.
But this is the reason the society is in the condition that it is in, because they're not following the will of the Lord. A lot of things will not be allowed to flourish if you set up the law, statutes, and commandments, man. There should be no debate about can somebody change their gender. There should be no debate about the man's role in the household. A man don't even have a role in his household anymore, man. Going back to the time period when they would have respect for you as a man, as a leader of the house, that they want to eat dinner until you sat down. Now you come, you lucky if you get a fucking chicken wing left, right? Some fucked up mashed potatoes with fingers in it. Like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? Say, hey. This, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So-called white man has destroyed society. That always goes back to his agenda. You go to the, the Communist Manifesto, what was it, Karl Marx or Albert Pike? One of those. And it speaks about destroying the family, destroying the family structure. That's why now people not even get to having a family, which is a natural way, man. Like the scripture says, that a man should leave his house and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. People have flings now.
Yeah.
All right? Open relationship. So you popping her, you don't know what she's doing, you're not around. No family structure. None of that, man. Which is a detriment to society, man. That's not how it's set up. In the kingdom, you don't have families, man. Yeah, it says a small one shall become a great nation. But this society, they destroyed that, man. And they think they're doing it because they want to do it. It was all set up strategically. Because the more chaos and more confusion and more control you have over the people.
That's how they get it.
That's how they get it.
That's how they get it. Think of 1990, think of 1910 America and 1920 America.
Compared to now.
Had something called the Roaring 20s.
Women wore dresses, but as each generation came, it got worse and worse. Mm-hmm. Worse and worse. Worse and worse. Women's
rights, women's liberation movement came.
The sexual revolution, which they thought that was some being freed up. They put you in a bind, man. Right. Now you gotta let your daughter be whores if she wanna be. Tattoos all over the damn place, no shame. To have shame, you have to have some type of dignity, man. Somebody that has no dignity, you can't feel shame. That's why women can come out half dressed, dudes can come out with their pants to their damn ankles. Because they don't have no dignity to be ashamed. Yeah. That takes some type of intelligence to say, damn, I'm ashamed at that fact. Like the scripture said, if you catch a thief is gonna be ashamed. But the scripture speaks about my people are not ashamed to worship a piece of wood, worship a statue. You got no shame, man. Go ahead.
Back in Sirach 3 and 24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment.
That means your own mind lies to you, man. You're deceived by yourself, man. You're deceiving yourself. You're fooling yourself. You're lying to yourself. You tricked yourself, man. Because you believed in whatever TV told you. TV messed you up, man. This society messed you up. Peer pressure messes you up. Everything except for the scriptures outside of this word mess you up. That's why it was known as profane. Profane means outside the temple. Anything outside of the realm of the truth messes you up, man. All right?
I got another precept.
Yeah, bring it up.
This is Sirach 34 and 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false. and dreams lift up fools.
It's a dream, America. Right? Lift it up, man. These people are foolish, man. They submitted to the dream. And the dream ain't never did anything for you. The dream is a lie, man. It's a fabric of your imagination. How you can get this, get that, and get this when you don't come. None of your family members have acquired it. Nobody you know has acquired that type of success. And even if they do, something weird's going on inside the house you don't even know about, man. You gotta have everything in order to have this so-called happy life that they publicize to you or they selling you, man. You gotta have everything in order. That means you can't have no gay kids, right? The Wayne Wade's life is upside down. Here it is. His mother's a preacher. All right, so Lord willing, we're gonna close out now. You know, we wanna say a Baba Ba. All praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who rule well over the flock. Shalom to you brothers out here. Shalom. Let's get everything together.